You know, I don't talk a lot about, I mean, that's a lie. I do occasionally talk about Warframe. And Destiny just has been not doing so well that it is now spreading to the outer realms of the gaming sphere. That's right. The gaming sphere is now noticing how bad Destiny has become and just how upset the community is. So much so that we have Warframe players now talking about the death of Destiny 2. Scholars, subscribe. We're almost to 4,000. That's right, jump scare. You weren't expecting it. You thought I was going to switch to the next scene. You better subscribe. We're almost to 4,000. Don't make me be an angry dad. That's right. Don't make me send you to the principal's office because you made the counselor mad. That's not. Okay, we're moving. Let's turn the music off. Those off. Okay. So we have Pupskers. The death of Destiny 2. You can't see because of chat. The death of Destiny 2. Yeah, D2 has been off BattleNet for a while. My bad. Okay, we'll just keep that in mind. Whatever he's going to talk about. 17 minutes. Let's jump in. I don't know who they are. They're a Warframe player. We're going to jump in and see what is this person going to say about Destiny. It's always interesting to see someone who's not in the Destiny community, what they have to say about Destiny. And whether sometimes it's nice to hear outside opinions that match my own because it makes me feel like I'm not crazy.
Pupsker here. And today I wanted to talk about what's going on with looter shooters, primarily Destiny 2. It looks like Destiny 2 is finally dying. Like, it is over for Destiny 2 past its prime. The peak of Destiny 2 is over, okay? Mainly because they've gone through their major storyline arc. And right now, it looks like Destiny 2 players just aren't finding a reason to play the game, which is understandable. If you don't like the farm, if you don't like the grind, the power creep, the power progression of the game, why would you want to continue on? You might enjoy raids, but if you get bored of raids after a little bit, or you can't get teams together, or they're too hard so you can never complete them with like pubs. Okay, right off the rip, I'm wondering if he actually knows much about what's going on. Like, he's talking about Destiny, but does he even know about Destiny? Because he's talking about raids. And anyone that actually knows anything about Destiny currently, the 90% of the game has been soft sunsetted. So no one actually cares about the old raids. I wonder if he's going to acknowledge any of that. I don't know. Maybe people hate that. But I wanted to really just take a look, see what some Destiny folk are saying, take a look at the numbers, and just talk about it's chaos out there right now. Warframe is in a downtime because like we haven't had updates for months, but Warframe's still doing great player number wise, like good on Warframe. It's always a pretty consistently popular game these days, and it's not dying off anymore, surprisingly. They're killing it, right? But
so I've kept up with the player numbers for Warframe. Warframe does not have the high highs that historically Destiny has had pre Edge of Fate. Edge of Fate is probably now Warframe with their new updates now kind of can compete. Like actually that is a statement that I need to just verify. Warframe Steam charts. Well, they're already beaten on the numbers. Oh, yeah. So, even though at the highest high, Warframe is not beating Destiny, at an overall, oh, God, yeah. New updates is already beating, in July, by the way. This is July. It's already beating Edge of Fate at a high. It's already beating Edge of Fate. So, yeah. Technically, Warframe's doing pretty good. And that's the thing about Warframe is that they are pretty consistent with their player numbers. It goes up, but it goes down, but it's pretty stable. That's one thing I've noticed, that it has a pretty dedicated community that is satisfied for the most part with where it's at. People understand what they when they get into Warframe and they play Warframe, most of them understand the strengths and weaknesses. They understand what they're getting into. They don't expect over the top like some of what Destiny can do. but what they love the community. And I think that is a big difference, is that the community is at a better spot, which does promote longevity of player numbers versus Destiny. And I don't think, who knows, maybe he'll talk about it.
Destiny 2, on the other hand, not so much. So let's quickly take a look at some Steam charts here. There are 3 games primarily I wanted to look at. Right now, we have Destiny 2 on Steam, and ooh, it's not looking good. They just had updates and everything, and it brought in like an extra 5,000, 6,000 players peak a day, but that's not great. Saturday, Sunday, it went right back downhill, and that was probably just the weekend bump. And then if this whole past month, it's like, it's not really been popular. 13,000 and a half people are playing Destiny 2 right now, essentially. And when it's peak, only about 20 to 25,000 people end up playing.
Is he the Tiny Wines guy? I have no idea. Ghost.
Like midday afternoon. That's not good. Destiny for the past year has been much more dead compared to it has been in previous years, right?
The past year, Destiny's been much more dead. Yes, that is a perfect summary for this past year after the final shape. It's been much dead. Yes. Something that I have echoed. You are right. At least you can look, you do better than a lot of the people who are fondling the balls of Bungie. You know how to look at data and be like, damn, that ain't good.
Last 30 days is absolutely one of the worst, with 19,000 players. They hit a really low peak in January 2025 of 18,000, and you're seeing...
That was Echoes, wasn't it? Someone correct me. Isn't that Echoes? Like, it was like Act 2 or Act 3? I think so. I want to say it was. Am I crazy? Oh, no. What am I? Or was it Heresy? Hold on. This was the final shape. This was Edge of Fate. Damn, is it so bad that I can't tell? Was this Heresy or was this Heresy? You're just so bad because the numbers are just not good. I can't even tell when the release was, because you used to be able to tell when something came out, like, oh, this is a new release. This was a new release. There was something happening here, which was Into the Light. Like, you could kind of tell what shit was going on, but now it's like, I don't know.
They can't really average more than 30, 20,000 players most months, but when they have big updates, they might hit up to 40,000. So comparatively, on the last big set of updates before...
If the game has butts and boobs, Pupsker is on it. This is your Pupsker bio. Okay, he's a boobs butt guy.
For the final big brunt of updates, June 2024, they peaked at 123,000, right? They were averaging 30, 40, 50, 80, 70,000, way more players throughout the year. March 2023, 135,000. I think maybe like, God, was this the Witness update? And this one was the green...
Was this the Witness update? Oh, man, I love that. The final shape. Was this the Witness update? Yo, what was the update with the fat guy? Yeah, the fat guy on the he was talking to the one Witness guy. Yeah, what was that DLC? Was it Starfall? It was Starfall. That's what it was. It was Starfall? Yeah, it was Starfall. That's where you had the fat guy.
Power Lightbearer. I can't remember jack shit of the name, but yeah, that up.
Wait, Lightbearer? What?
Power Lightbearer. I can't remember jack. This the Witness update, and this one was the green Power Lightbearer. I can't.
the green Lightbearer. No, it's Power Rangers, dude. No. That's the Power Rangers update. Dude, I love listening to people who don't play Destiny try to figure out, like, they know barely anything. It's so nice because it's so funny. It's such a different experience. Power Rangers. It's the Power Ranger update. They went green. Yeah. No. It's the Green Lantern update. Bungie did a crossover with DC And now you get to be the Green Lantern.
I remember jack shit of the name, but yeah, that was that update. And then previous years, it's always just been calm. Destiny 2, by the way, it's on Blizzard's like BattleNet launcher, so there's a lot of people who play on the BattleNet launcher.
Okay. He did in the comment section corrected himself. Here's the thing. I bet he wasn't up to date. I bet he doesn't even know it was on Stadia. He may not even know it's on Stadia or was on Stadia.
Launcher. So you do have to remember Steam will never account for those specific players. And there are probably still a good amount of players playing on BattleNet. So it's like, all things considered, Destiny 2 as a game is still really popular and a lot of people play it, and it still makes a good chunk of money. The issue is they do not make as much money as they used to, and business, whenever it always goes up, whenever it starts going down, people get fired, laid off, and companies go to ruin, okay?
Does he know? Chat. Do you think, does he know? Does he know? People get fired. Does he know?
And that's not a good thing. Like, just outside of the shit-talking games, Warframe versus Destiny versus First Descendant, and everyone yelling about looter shooters, like, it's not good when a game live service dies off. I imagine a lot of people are also playing Borderlands 4 right now, so we'll definitely take a look at that one right after. But that's Destiny 2's chart. Compare that to Warframe. Oh, look at that 2x KO ad. Warframe is at 46,000 right now at 24 hours peak. A way,
by the way, this is why I use ad blocker on everything.
Different time compared to Destiny.
This is why I use ad blocker on everything.
Destiny peaks at like this time, and Warframe peaks about 6 hours before Destiny 2 tends to peak in the day. So Warframe peaks very early morning for me, and Destiny 2 peaks very end of night. So it's always been an interesting chart. But if we look at Warframe is, I will give them this, these sons of guns, they're consistent as all hell. Even when Warframe's going down, they are consistent in their average players, okay? We haven't had updates for Warframe since July. We haven't had jack shit worth updates for a long, long time. This past year has been really...
I mean, it's very noticeable that they're, by the way, the update, here's the deal. I know this is going to make some Warframe fans upset. When Bungie does an update, it's at a grander scale than when Warframe does. But and so that's just a reality, right? So there's more content in a Destiny expansion than there is a Warframe expansion. Yet more people are willing to play Warframe. Why? Because when they release an update, it doesn't break everything in the game. Edge of Fate broke everything. At least you know when DE does an update, you can still play the game and it's still going to be there and they're not going to sunset anything.
Quiet, as you can see, but the entire time Warframe has managed to keep 50 to 40,000 players. Past 2-3 years, 50 to 40,000 players. Even in its dead lowest time, they peaked at around 30,000 players. And before that, it's just calm, average numbers.
Y'all can play Warframe. I know you're dreaming about Destiny 2. No, not really. I'm dreaming about Destiny Rising, actually. I've been needing to go back and play some Destiny Rising. I'm behind. I'm like really behind.
Warframe used to pull slightly bigger numbers. I think they have some of their highest numbers in like 2018 to 2020. But
Foxtrodon, you know what I really dream? I dream about Destiny 1, going back and experiencing the King's Fall for the first time. Just that magical moment of just that whole expansion. Hell, I would even take the shitty experience that we had for Rise of Iron, where we were supposed to have a midnight release and they didn't launch that shit correctly until like 6 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I would love to go back to those good old days of being excited for a new update for Destiny. Going from, damn, I can't wait to see what they add, to, damn, here we are. What is going to break in the game?
That's okay. Warframe is still a game that peaks and averages around 40 to 50,000 players pretty consistently always.
By the way, you don't have to like Warframe. And I'm never going to try to say like, oh, you like Destiny, you're stupid. But you can still agree that Warframe is doing a lot better and is doing things correctly that I wish that Bungie would do. That you don't have to like Warframe, but you can't disagree that they are doing a fucking better job than Bungie. Imagine what Digital Extremes would do with a Destiny. If they bought out Destiny, what kind of game would they make? Like they didn't change it to a third person. They kept it a first person experience. Like, that would be a weird game.
And that's what Destiny 2 is lacking. Destiny doesn't have the same consistency.
Oh no, Foxtrot, it is great when it is a bug that benefits you, like Skyrim, right? When you play Skyrim and you find bugs, it is fun. But what is the ratio for fun bugs that they allow to stay in the game versus the bugs that ruin the fucking game? It is like 1 to 100. I was trying to remain neutral on my Warframe take. No, you're fine. Like I was just saying, like, you don't have to like Warframe, but you can still, you can say, hey, that they're doing things right on that side, right? I'm not trying to tell you to hate Destiny or you need to play Warframe. I'm talking about Bungie. Let's just get this out of the way, right? I'm talking about Bungie. We can like Destiny, but and talk about how shitty Bungie is. Because Destiny itself is a phenomenal IP. It's just being wasted on Bungie.
Warframe has. You can see Destiny has huge, absolutely massive upswings on updates. People buy the update, they spend the money, they do the raids, they do the quests, they stop playing. Half the players, right? It goes from this much, they lose half, they lose 30%, boom, another update, it's just not enough, right? Even back in the day when the game was still doing well, they have the update and then lose a bunch of players, update, lose a bunch of players. Less consistent, but Destiny was consistent where it would have a big update, tons of people would come in and spend money, and they'd slowly taper off, whereas Warframe would just always consistently have players, and then when there was an update, ticks up a little bit, and then just slowly drops back down. So what I'm trying to say is Warframe is much more consistent in its numbers. Yeah. Destiny has those wild swings on every update, and now that people are not coming back for the story and they aren't coming back for those big storyline quest updates and everything, it's just gone downhill. And if we take a look at First Descendant, this is a cautionary tale. This is what happens when you have a looter shooter, you release a looter shooter, and it's...
I'm going to say this, and this might be very interesting to say, but I like First Descendant. I don't know. I haven't played in months. Maybe almost a year. I don't know when the last time I played. I played with like the second season or the first season. It's been a minute. I liked the First Descendant. However, I liked it for its gameplay. I didn't give a shit about the boobas or bubbas, except for the hot goth girl, Freya. Or is her name Freya? Hot, sexy mama. Listen, goth girl, sit on my face. Anyways, outside, like, I didn't give a shit. I enjoyed the game and I loved the boss fights. There was good things about the First Descendant, but it felt like Warframe was better in a lot of regards. Like, I'd rather just play Warframe. And that's how I feel about that game.
It just doesn't have longevity. Instantaneously, the game dropped half players in a month. Another half of those players left next month. 40% of those players left the next month, and then 40% of those players left the next month. The game has never been able to recover, at least on Steam charts, from that initial launch, because people were like, oh, this is just kind of like, it's Warframe, it's Destiny, but it's Borderlands, but it's not quite there. So this is what happens when your looter shooter kind of just can't take off, and it fails player expectations. And that's kind of what's happening now to Destiny. Destiny is not able to claw back that
When was didn't First Descendant have a massive like update, like a new expansion or something like that? I may be wrong. Maybe it's a season, but I thought they had a big update. So the numbers just do not look impressive.
20 to 30,000 player mark too easily. You can see for the entire year of 2025.
I do think First Descendant has probably the most boring lore. Like the base game, like the fighting of the bosses is the best thing. The farming is fun. But the story just sucked. The base story just sucks dick. Like the First Descendant is such a boring campaign and story. I don't know who wrote the story. Like it makes Edge of Fate look like gold, like it's just absolute pure gold. I've never been more bored and I actually skipped cutscenes because of how bad the First Descendant story was. It was just so unbearable.
Half of the year, if not more, they've been less than 30,000 players. That's not good for a huge AAA game like Destiny, okay? If we take a look and see, how is Borderlands 4 doing? Is it still on, is that on Steam charts right now? We might be able to see. Let me see if they actually have things updated.
Okay. I'm going to check up to date myself. Borderlands 4. Not bad. For a single player game, sure, they lost a shit ton of players. But goddamn, still a lot of people playing that shit. Still a lot of people playing that shit, that's for sure.
Yeah. Borderlands 4, this is not as live service as a game as Destiny 2 or Warframe.
Oh, wait.
So what you're going to see,
it is 9:30. This was made yesterday. Okay, so we're missing the peak. I'm not getting the peakage here. Oh, because it's not even showing me. That's why. Okay, so the peak is going high.
Borderlands 4 is going to launch, and then 2 months in, it's going to be at half the players.
All right, there we go.
Okay? It launched to 230,000 players. Makes sense. Huge game, 300,000 players pretty much. Peaked, yeah, at 302,000 players or so. And then people beat through the game. They play through the game, they enjoy the game, they beat the story, and then they stop playing. All totally understandable. It makes sense. People talk about, look at builds and quests and have fun with the game, but for all intents and purposes, for most people, when they play through and beat the game, they do all the side content they want to do, they'll probably stop playing Borderlands 4 until the next brunt of updates, of course. And that's kind of where we're at with some games there. A lot of the games, they're just not upholding, okay? The First Descendant is pretty much dead in the water for most people. Destiny 2, while it had a long, great time, 10 plus years of like content, new updates, and people for the most part enjoying it, dropping it, taking breaks, etc. But it looks like it's just not doing it now. And another huge indicator of that is content creators. There are a ton of content creators in Destiny 2, some that I've followed, some that I haven't, that I've seen posting lately, and Doom posting the hell out of Destiny 2. This is Glad posting.
You want to follow me? I'll keep you up to date on all the news, baby. Don't worry. I'll tell you the real truth. I will tell you everything that the people who want to fondle the balls of Bungie, I'll tell you everything you want to know. The brutally honest truth. I'll tell you about how the game is going. I'll tell you, kiddo.
Posting, and this is what I saw like a day or two ago whenever it popped up on my feed. A long time ago. Or sorry, not a long time ago. A long post about quitting Destiny. And this is from a long time player, not
we have covered this. Holy crap. I'm going to skip ahead. I might be missing some context. The link to this video will be down below, but I don't want to rehash this long post.
Straight up are angry and hate the game. You have the players that are mad that they invested into the game and now there's a ton of different reasons. Everyone right now around the Destiny community just seems pissed off and angry.
Yes.
And they are just lashing out at everyone for a ton of different reasons. You have the players who just straight up are angry and hate the game. You have the players that are mad that they invested into the game and now there's nothing left that they want to do. So
this is coming from the guy that called the Final Shape the Witness guy update, and then the other one was the essentially the Power Ranger update, the Lightbringer update. And yet he is able to identify the actual groups and separate them into the correct groups, and identifying that there's a group of people that are upset about their purchase and how the game is going. Isn't that crazy? That he acknowledges, unlike Destiny content creators who don't want to acknowledge that people are upset, even if they don't play the game, if they're upset because they spent money and time in this game and are no longer getting value and had to leave. It's insane.
There's like heavily invested players which are really pissed off that they don't want to play the game anymore because they've invested so much. So it's like an aggressive, angry cycle loop of it. And you see a lot of content creators.
We've got a $20 donation. I'm in awe that Lucky made a video about you of your stream about cheaters and called you a snitch. Then even screenshot was shared on Twitter at DMG. I'm so proud of you, bro. You made it. Woo!
Oh, baby, it's super. Oh, yeah.
That's great.
And a lot of people
thank you for the 20
in the comments being like, this sucks. I understand it makes sense, but this totally sucks. There are so many quitting Destiny videos and posts that I've seen pop up in this past year. It is overwhelming. Okay. We have straight up content creators constantly talking about it too. Why did you quit Destiny? An Aztec Cross video from 4 months ago talking about why people are quitting Destiny. I'm quitting Destiny. I'm very close to quitting Destiny. Like, everyone is quitting Destiny. And
wait, that was 4 months ago. Guys, did Aztec Cross quit Destiny? I don't think so.
There it is.
Oh, wait, no, he was just reacting. That was Cross reacting to a video.
There it is. I'm quitting Destiny after 10 years. Reaction. I quit Destiny too and learned something shocking. What I learned from quitting.
Okay. So outside of the reaction, he's just going through and seeing people reacting to one or two similar videos. But let's be honest, there have been multiple videos that we've reacted to from different people. So he's not wrong, but I think in this context, he's watching people react to the same video.
Destiny 2 for a month. Like, right now, everyone is talking about and or just quitting Destiny. Destiny's most popular content right now is like rage bait drama content because people just don't want to play the game. It's kind of like me and Warframe right now. I love Warframe, but there's nothing I hugely want to do week to week outside of make videos and just kind of chill. So I don't really want to play a ton of Warframe, which is why I'm not streaming a whole lot. And when I do stream, I play some other games and it's like, and now people are really mad too at Warframe for like weekly reset stuff, but that's like pretty typical. So that seems to be what's going on.
Anyone that's a Warframe main and you play religiously, is people complaining about weekly updates? Is that normal?
And right now in the massive Destiny 2 community, if you just search up Destiny 2 quit, right? Or Destiny 2 on Twitter and quit in the same post, you're just going to see constantly, oh my God, I didn't even see this one. Dado is also stepping away from Destiny 2 till Renegades.
Do you know who Dado is?
Player frustration with the state of the game. He says he's tired of the relentless community toxicity. Community will push me out before the game does. Oh shit, dang. Yeah, okay, so that's exactly what I was saying before. People are just angry for the sake of being angry, and it looks like Dado and a lot of other people as
people are not angry for the sake of being angry. Listen, you had your hand on the pulse and then you took it away. People are not angry just to be angry. I can tell you that. No one just gets angry to be angry. That's not true. There's people who get angry in life all the time. But in the Destiny community situation, they have a reason.
Content creators are like, I don't fucking care anymore. They're like, y'all are just constantly pissed off in the comments. You're angry if I say something good. You're angry if I say something bad. People are just flaming everyone. The online community around Destiny 2 is just not happy. Oh no. Oh no. Right? We have September 26th, Destiny Bulletin post. The game is finally dying. Destiny 2 Steam player count drops over 80% since Edge of Fate launches, as players say the game is in the absolute worst state it's ever been in. Like, I don't know what people are looking forward to, like, in Destiny 2 anymore.
Renegades. They're waiting months and months for this magical Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away. They're waiting for Star Wars to come and just magically save the game. And I wish I was joking, because that's actually what they believe.
Look, no, Dado, no. No longer D2 players seeing Dado leave the franchise. It's gone. The OGs, the biggest content creators and most like well-known names here and there are quitting Destiny constantly. I think Aztec Cross has been playing way less Destiny as well. I think he's made videos and talked about playing way less Destiny as well, but I just don't keep up with everyone individually. I just see that he's still posting a ton of Destiny, right? I think he just took a huge break for Borderlands, but he's clearly not like taking a break. He's
Aztec Cross is like, he is mostly Destiny, but he's able to reach out and do variety. He's able to successfully do variety. But shout out to him. Like, that's not easy to do. He has the leg up. Like, Destiny or die, Aztec Cross could effectively find something else, and he does, and he gets sponsors and all this. Like, he has turned his YouTube into a actual business. Like, it is a business. So he has the secret sauce. That, and I think he just accepts that he gets to be the butt of everyone's joke, because even his own community bullies him, and he just kind of goes with it. And so, you know, if you let yourself being a punching bag and some people find it funny, you know what? There it is.
Oh yeah, he's clearly still playing a lot. I just thought he was playing a lot more Borderlands, so he was playing and streaming a lot less Destiny, but no, it looks like he's still killing it and playing a lot of games, right? I just thought he was doing less Destiny with all the other stuff coming out, but yeah. So a lot of people are either playing less or just straight up quitting, and that's not good. That's not good for the health of a game. That's not good for the game confidence, and that does not go well for the future of the game at all. If all of the biggest players are just like hopping ship. I've played a little bit of Destiny 2. I played the Witness update. That was a fun quest. I played
the Witness up. That was a fun. That was. I hear it again. I gotta hear this again.
The Witness update. That was a fun quest.
That was a fun quest. Which one? Which quest did you do? Which one? Which one?
Played the Green Light quest that I cannot.
That's a green light. I always say he's so close to saying Green Lantern. He is so close to saying Green Lantern. Oh, I wish he would. Just say the Green Lantern update, please. Make my day.
Remember for the life of me. I became a light bearer, you know, threw around my green strand. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. That was fun, but I'm not a massive Destiny 2 player. I had my fun. I think my wife's played like hundreds of hours compared to me. So she's definitely more of
So she's the one that's invested, and you hear her probably talk about Destiny, and she probably has some content creators she likes from the Destiny community. That's probably what it is.
The player, and she quit like multiple years ago. And I don't blame her, because she's like way more casual. So she just like casually plays some COD or watches TV, right? And she's just done with Destiny. And honestly, I think a lot of players are like, hey, I'm out. Nope. I don't want to keep up with the shenanigans of the game, the battle pass grind, the permanent gear grind that's not permanent, and you'll eventually just replace it very quickly. Like, yeah, people just aren't happy. I just can't say the specifics, so let me know what you think as someone who may actually play Destiny 2. As always, if you want to support the channel.
Damn, I'm not signing into my main account, or I would leave a message. Damn. All right, well, the link will be down below. This is going to be a different video outside the live stream. It will be there. Check it out. And leave your comments down below what you thought. And like I said, check out his video and let him know I sent you. And tell him thank you for the chuckle. Man, if you just, he was so close to seeing the Green Lantern update. I would have literally just walked away and laughed. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. As always, game out.